Hello, everyone. Welcome to Behavior Bites. My name is Brad.
And I am Mike, and we're also joined by our producer, Callie, who's behind the camera.
Guys, do us a favor and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel because it does help keep the lights on, keep things moving forward, so we keep having fun around here, right, Mike? What are we talking about today?
Okay, so this is our final video in our Logical Consequences
Yes.
series. And today's topic, we're talking about timeout, take a break.
Don't get hung up on that terminology, you guys, okay? We're going to get into it here in a little bit. Here's what we're talking about. All it is an opportunity for my escalated or my emotionally charged student to get out of a bad situation, take some time to regain some emotional control.
Yeah. Now, why do we do this? So when humans, and our students are humans,
Yep.
when they began to lose that emotional control, to the very best things that we can do for them is to provide them with some time and some space. Now, this can happen in the classroom, potentially. You
Yep.
could have a space dedicated for that. Sometimes it might need to be outside of the classroom, maybe out in the hallway or, down in a different part of the building, maybe in the library or something like that.
Right.
But the keys are space and time. That's what we need to provide when they're losing that emotional control.
And here's what you have to understand, you guys. The intent, the adult's intent is the whole difference between this intervention being a logical consequence, something that makes sense to help the kid, and a weaponized punishment, that old school timeout, right? You're in trouble, so you go in timeout. We do not want that. This is not supposed to be punitive. It's supposed to be helpful to the student to regain control.
Okay, this really reminds me of our 3 R's as a review. The 3 R's that we use that help guide us when we're using logical consequences. The first one, is it relevant? Is it reasonable? And is it respectful?
Okay, you guys, Mike did a really great job of talking about what this might look like, giving that kid that time and space, finding a spot for them to do it at. Let's get into situations and student behaviors that we might see where that might be necessary to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start.
Yep.
All right. So I have a student who's getting emotionally kind of charged. I can see they're not really living their best life right now, and they're blurting out answers. And when they're doing that, they're not letting anybody else either do the thinking themselves or participate in the group discussion.
So I really like this example because sometimes when you think about losing emotional control, we think about the rage and frustration and things along those lines. In your example, I'm kind of picturing a kid that's just sort of overly excited, and they just want to keep answering. Also not acceptable in the classroom and also disruptive. So it's a great opportunity to give them some time and some space to get back into control and get back to learning.
Yeah,
So,
thanks, Mike.
yeah.
Another example that I always think of, oh man, I usually see this in like upper elementary, especially middle school kids arguing, man, or like trying to negotiate with the adult, right? I can tell that the kid's not okay. And what it's looking like in my classroom is they're constantly like, well, that's not fair, and I should be able to do this. And they're trying to argue or wheel and deal or negotiate. And I've asked them to stop. Hey, guys, dude, we're done. We're done doing that. Let's move on. And they can't get past it. Like, but what about this? And what about this? And what about this?
Mm-hmm. So let's go to the other side of the spectrum on that one. And that would be, how about those kids that just get a fit of the giggles? Like they're in the silly zone and they can't get themselves back out of it. Let's give them that time and that space for them to just get calm again, get relaxed, and get back into class.
Yeah. So, you guys, what we want you to understand with this specific intervention is it's very versatile, right? It can look a lot of different ways, and it can address a lot of different behaviors that you are seeing in your classroom. But the key is that intent. We're not punishing. We're not humiliating. We're trying to help them regain control. Friends, there are 3 more videos in this series, 2 strategies and our introduction video. Check them out and let us know what you think. And in the meantime, guys, go forth and do good things.